I stand somewhere I can be water. Where I put this is deep. As I do.
Some shade. All the rest are out in the sun, yeah. Oh, there's enough in pot for them for their little bloomy, honey. Oh, shoot. Okay, ready? Nee, laat sal dat. Sal almost in the shade blijven. Sal that one.
This?
Yeah, sal almost in the shade blijven. Come.
Where's my hand? Oh, this.
Hey friends, hope your gardening season is in full swing, getting closer, or you only have a few more weeks left until you can start planting in the ground. I am in zone 6. I'm Karen. This is the Yoder Homestead, and today I'm going to share how I am going to up pot some things. So I do have some seedlings that are outside right now, hardening off. This is Viviana. She wants to say hi too. So what we're gonna do today is up pot some seedlings that are actually starting their hardening off process. So I wanted to share how I do that. So what I do is once I get like a week close to when I wanna plant stuff out, I start setting my seedlings outside in the sun for an hour at a time every day. So what I do is, so today is Friday. Tomorrow they'll be sitting outside for 2 hours, and then Sunday they'll sit outside for 3 hours, Monday 4 hours, Tuesday 5 hours, and then once I get to Wednesday, if they've been able to do that whole cycle, I will actually let them sit outside overnight, either Wednesday or Thursday night, depending on what the low temperature is. So our next week's forecast, our 10-day forecast looks amazing. You want to stay for sure like high 40s, low 50s is ideal to leave seedlings out overnight. So anything that you can be planting out first is usually pretty tolerant to colder temperatures. So obviously, like, I'm not hardening off my peppers yet, or my tomatoes or anything like that, because I actually won't be planting those out until the following week. So next week, after I'm done with this round, I'll actually start hardening off my tomatoes and my peppers to then plant out in a week from then. So that's how I do it. I've had really good luck with that. You want to try and make sure they have one night that they stay out overnight before you plant them. It just really helps get the seedlings, you know, accustomed to what it's going to be like when they're planted in the ground. You want to make sure you do not leave them in the sun. Like, you have to do the 1 hour, then 2 hours, then 3 hours, because they cannot stand the sunlight if they've been growing inside. So be vigilant, set a timer, set 2 timers, make sure that you do not forget them outside. I actually was gifted a watch for my birthday for my siblings, so it has been a game changer. I can set timers on there, set reminders, and it's been wonderful. So I actually have a timer going right now. But in the meantime, while we are waiting on that, I'm actually going to separate some of my other seedlings. I need to up pot an entire tray that has tomatoes in it and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna grab a tray and we'll get started.
Hey, that's hi, sir. Hi. Where's that tray?
All right, so here I have an entire tray of basil plants. And these, some of them have 2 growing out of 1 cell. These are smaller cells. So what I'm gonna do is actually up pot into larger containers. So what I do is I up pot into this size. It's a 2.5-inch cube. And then there are a lot of them that I will be selling this year. So then once I get to, like, I would say the 3rd week in May, I actually have these green containers. They're 4-inch pots. A lot of my flowers, my geraniums and everything will be actually up potted into this. And then I will water them probably overhead because I am using softened water, unfortunately, but that is the way that it is. And then, because these don't really fit nicely into my square tray or my rectangle trays. So we will up pot into everything that I want to grow in the garden that I'm keeping. I'm potting into this size, and then obviously closer to when I'm selling them and people let me know what they want, I will up pot them into this, and then they can grow for another 2 weeks or something like that. But anyways, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna repot all of the basil into these size containers and label them because there are some that have 2 in them and they really need their own room. So I wish it could be like a smell-o-vision right now because it smells really good. Anyways, we're just gonna get started and I'm gonna show you guys how simple it really is. And also it's a really good idea if you can up pot some of the stuff that's in the cells longer before it gets planted out, because you're giving it fresh soil, you're giving it fresh nutrition and just stuff like that, room to grow. The plants usually look a lot better after you up pot them at least 1 time before they go in the garden. So. Alrighty guys, I potted a lot of trays. So we ended up getting 2 entire flats of basil, this one and that one. Then I potted this, and this tray here. There are like a couple more seedlings in this tray that I need to do. And then the next project is potting these geraniums. I believe there's 1 plant in each pot. Some of them have 2, but they really need to be separated. So I'm gonna get that done. And then next I will do the peppers. I wanted to for sure get all the tomatoes done, and like some of these cells have 2 of them in them. So this needs to be separated and stuff like that. So we need to do that. But everything looks good. I had an aphid issue this year. I've never dealt with that. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where they came from. I did bring houseplants in here that I bought from a greenhouse, and that's kind of my only place where they could have come from, because like there are no other plants in here like other than seedlings. So it's been a battle. I ended up going to neem oil and just spraying everything like every other day. When I see them, it dries them out. So it's been helping a lot to keep them under control, but it is not fun. That was not a great experience at all. So anyways, that is up potting. It's a pretty simple task. It's just monotonous. It is a lot to up pot them, but I think the plants just do so much better once you can start them in little cells and then up pot them into their own cell. They just grow so much stronger before they still have to go out into the garden. So I'm really excited to get everything out. I just feel like everything's gonna do better once it's in the garden. And I don't have to deal with aphid issues anymore. So yeah, but I will also be direct sowing a bunch of stuff this week. So I was finishing my big garden. I got all the wood chip pathways done thanks to my sister and her husband. Hallelujah. And then I need to put compost on the rows, but we're getting there. I can't believe how fast this season has come. It's crazy. We have a lot going on, so it just feels like it goes faster. But anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you have a blessed day. We will see you in the next one.